Women's wrestling right now, we're like 6 weeks out before our national tournament, which the WCWA Nationals will be hosted here at OCU on February the 12th to the 13th. There'll be some 300 girls here wrestling. 10 weights, 22, 25 teams here. So if you're around at that time, it's pretty much of an interesting thing to watch. Our duel record is the same. It's 14-3. We haven't wrestled any other duels. We had one event. We went to the first NAI invitational tournament for NAI schools only. So that was at Campbellsville, and we won the tournament pretty decisively. As far as NAI schools are concerned, there's like 20 right now. We did a real good job there. One of the things that's important about our team is you pick 12 point getters out of the whole team, and you use those 12 kids to score a point for your team. And we did a real good job of picking the right kids and such like that. The girls are really young, and so there's a, you never know what they're going to do from one day to the next. They're just young. We have a really young team. We only have 2 seniors on our team, so they're coming along pretty good. They're gelling better. They're wrestling better. The goal is still to win the national tournament. January 9th and 10th, we go to Fort Wayne, Indiana for the national duels, which is an NWCA tournament that gives us a chance to win a national championship there. We've won 5 of them, finished second twice, finished third once, and we'll be seated any place between 2 and 4 at the tournament, depending on what the seating committee decides to do, even though we beat the #1 team. So you know how those seating things go. This weekend, we're traveling to Las Vegas to it's the Senior Open, which is the first Olympic trials. Olympic qualifier. We'll have 20 girls in that tournament. Top 7 make it to the Olympic trials in April in Iowa. We also have 3 graduates that are also wrestling that. Michaela Hutchison is wrestling that. Nicole Woody's wrestling that, and Brittany Roberts is wrestling that. The 3 older girls have a pretty good shot of making the team. So does probably 2 or 3 of our other girls. The young lady that introduced herself right there, she has a shot to make the team. Rachel Waters is the #1 recruit in the nation. She signed with us in September. She's a junior world team member. She finished 4th as a junior at last year's world team trials. So she has a legitimate shot also to make stuff, and we're really glad that she signed with us. She signed on the first day she could, which was September 1. We were fired up about that. So the pressure's going to be on the girls for the next 6 weeks. There'll be lots of crying and whining. They'll do fine. The most important thing for us is for this young team, they get to compete at home for the national title. And all coaches are saying the same thing to their kids. You don't let anybody beat you in your house. And that's the way they feel. So we're expecting to win the national tournament. That's our goal, and that's what they feel they should do. The men's team is 7-1 or 8-1, whatever whether we want to count NEO or not. We're not supposed to count NEO because of the JUCO, but they're one of the top teams in the nation, so we want to count them anyway, but we can't. We lost to Montana State Northern a couple weeks ago at Great Falls. We beat Great Falls and beat Concordia in the duels. But we lost to Montana State Northern, but we still have not put our full lineup in yet for the men's team. We did well at the tournament. If we kept points at the tournament, we would have won that tournament. We didn't get to wrestle our 133-pounder Parker Bohannon in the duel because of weight rules. Couldn't make weight till the next day, so we wrestled him the next day at the tournament, and he beat everybody within the first, minute and a half. He didn't have a match go past a minute and a half. So the guy that we lost to Montana State Northern, which would have changed the duel around, we would have won the duel, and all the other scenarios you could think of. The next tournament we went to is the Newman tournament, which is a D2 tournament with UCO, Fort Hays State, Newman there, which we, I guess, made a landmark accomplishment. We had 8 in the finals out of 10 weights. We had 8 OCU kids in the final 10 weights. We won 4 weights, finished second in 4, and one of our kids finished 4th. UCO made a big-time run to the backside. In wrestling, it's important to get kids into the finals, but the most important thing is what you do in the backside of the tournament, the 3rd and 4th. UCO actually was ahead of us by 2.5 points, 1.5 points, going into the final round. We have 8 in the finals, they have 4. We have to win 4, they got to lose 1. we don't win the tournament. And at 133, we figured we were going to win. We got upset 133. We figured we were going to win at 141. We got upset 141. Our 49-pounder, we knew he wasn't going to beat the kid from UCO because he's a legitimate kid. So we figured we're just going to stay there. We won at 57. We won at 65. And at 174, we had to have the kid from Newman upset the kid from UCO for us to win the duel. Win the tournament. He did. The next one up was at 184 is Derek Severson. Derek Severson had to beat the number 5 D2 guy in the nation, which he had beaten us 3 times in a row. He beat him. That puts us within 1 point. And then Cody Severson gets in there. And Cody Severson must have wrestled the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life. This guy was so big that when he was in the down position, his arms were bigger than Cody's legs. Unfortunately, he didn't have any gas in his tank. And we beat him, so we won the tournament by 2 points, which is good because I like beating UCO whenever I can. The guys leave on Saturday to Vegas to wrestle at the Desert Duels, which will wrestle Brandon Baptist, Emery Riddle, and Warner Pacific. And then the last duel of the day will be against number 1 team, Randy. And that's what we're going there to do, is wrestle Randy. The men are wrestling very well. We still haven't had our full team in the lineup yet. And we probably won't till January, so we're looking really good there too. They also go to the national duels. They'll be seated any place between 3 and 5 at the national duels. Well, we want to be seated 6. I got to figure out how to get moved down. But we're looking for a good result at Vegas for both teams. And hopefully we'll have a large contingent at the Olympic trials this year, and hopefully we'll get some of that team. I think that Michaela Hutchison, who graduated from here about 3 or 4 years ago or so, yeah, I think she can make the team. She'll make the Olympic team this year, which is going to be great for our program. She lost at New York to the girl that's number 1 by 1 point. And Michaela, if you guys don't know Michaela Hutchison, she's a working machine. She will do work till she gets accomplished that goal. Are there any questions or anything? Yes, sir.
What are the current rankings of the men's and women's that have those?
Oh, current rankings for women. Women are ranked number 2, and men have dropped from number 2 to 4 or 5. But who knows? Missouri Valley is ranked 2nd in the men's, and me and Coach are trying to figure out how can that possibly be. Last time we wrestled, they didn't win a match. So I don't know. That's all done by a point system, an elaborate point system. And obviously, we're not getting enough elaborate points. But like anything else in wrestling, the only thing that matters is what happens at the end. What happens at the national tournament. And we're figuring out our regional tournament that we host this year, that you get to qualify 12, we're going to qualify 12 for the national tournament, which would be a huge accomplishment for our program.
What's the date of the UCO duel?
UCO duel is January what? 21st or something like that? 27th. It's in January. It's the 3rd week in January.
27th.
27th? Rich, 27th? Thank you, Rich. That's why he gets the big bucks. The 27th, which will be a great duel to come watch. I had us delivered at 5 and 5. We both win 5 matches. But after this last week, not so much. We want to kind of try to shut them out. We want to send them home. They keep records of duels against other colleges. And we are like 11 and 4, right, Rich? Something like that. But 4 of those duels are from 1928, 29, 30, and 32. Or counting. So I said, okay. So we're going to have to catch up. Why would you count duels from 1929? I guess they're afraid or something. Any other questions? Thank you very much.